even from the balconies if you don't have a spare single-use plastic box somewhere in your house. No matter how good you live, there always comes the time to clean up your porch. Hey everyone, today's project is not gonna be very fun and exciting, but something that definitely is long overdue, and it is cleaning up and tidying up my back porch. And also I have my plans to refurnish some of the furniture, which is probably, I don't know, I don't feel ready to do it, but we'll see how it goes. Uh, I I have definitely dropped the ball on this one, and it is because I much rather spend my time in the garden. And also here we have very hot summer, and also the weather doesn't cool down in the evening and at night, so it's usually really hot 24 hours a day. And we don't spend much time outdoors. We have a lot of mosquitoes as well. We usually spend much time here in the spring and in autumn when we have breakfast and dinners here, but summer is really not very pleasant to stay outside. Anyway, it definitely needs my attention, and today the weather is cooler, there is some overcast, it's cloudy, and it feels like the perfect time to start the project, even though I feel it is not a one-day project, especially the revarnishing the furniture. I think it will take at least 2 days, but we'll see. Let me show you what we are dealing with. As you can see, in summer I use my back porch mostly as a storage unit. It has compost bags and toys and other stuff that need to be thrown away actually. So my plan for today is to remove everything from here, remove the pillows from the chairs and bring back only the chairs, because they need to be sand off. I have bought some sandpaper. I had no idea what size I need, so I just bought one that is larger and one that is finer. I didn't feel like buying an electrical sander because this project is really small and I just didn't feel like making this big of an investment. So I'm gonna sand all the wooden parts, see how long it takes, and then I hope to be able to apply at least the first base coat, which is going to be equal parts varnish and water. And I don't know where we will go from there because I have no idea how much time it's going to take me. I'm not gonna clean the chairs because they're really dusty, because I'm gonna sand them and it will create even more dust. And when I'm done, I'm gonna clean them properly. I have bought 3 different types of sandpaper. P100 is the grittiest one. Then we have P180, which I have no idea why I bought. I needed something in the middle, but this is definitely not in the middle. It is much more fine than I think it should be. And then I have P240, which is the finest one. I'll start with P100 and I'll take just a regular kitchen sponge and wrap the sandpaper around it so that it will be much easier to hold. I think the sandpaper actually has a pretty good grittiness to it. I will try to take all the previous varnish layer. And now let's do the same. 6 by 3, 17 more times. working with gloves and without the sponge is actually better, because this is much easier first of all, and then you don't waste that much sandpaper that wraps around the sponge. Oh, it is getting so hot and sunny. But I'm gonna finish because I have started and there is no way back. And I have this chair and another one left to finish with the grittiest sandpaper. And I wanna try to skip the middle grit and just go with the finest one, just because it is so much work. I just wanted to quickly show you a stunning swallowtail butterfly on my Verbena bonariensis. And out of all the plants in my garden, this is the one that is the most favorite of these particular butterflies. It is stunning, absolutely stunning. I think it is called Scars swallowtail. I think there are two different types. This one is the Scars swallowtail butterfly. Now I'll try to smooth it out with the P240. I should have bought much more sandpaper. Mistake of a newbie. To me, this actually feels really, really smooth, so I'll definitely skip the second step, which is gonna be P180, and I'm gonna finish them with the P240. It is smooth enough, good enough for me, and then I'm gonna clean them up. I'm done with the sanding and I'm pretty happy with the result. As you can see, some of the wooden parts are darker, some are lighter, and this is because some of the chairs are more exposed to the elements that are on the outer side of the back porch, and some are more protected. I usually try to rotate them, but this is not something that is on top of my mind, so I very often forget to do it. And in the winter, we don't tend to cover them up or protect them in any way, shape, or form. So that's why we needed to give them a new life, at least for this year. We'll see what we're gonna do next season, because I have some other plans for this back porch, but this is something that's gonna happen next year. Now I'm gonna clean them properly, but I'm not gonna use any water. I'm gonna use my vacuum cleaner and a cloth. Finishing with a cloth is actually really helpful, not only because it takes the dust off, but also because when you rub it against the grain, you can feel if there are any splinters, any rough edges, because the cloth really catches on them. Now it's time for the varnish, and I have this one here. It says that it is water soluble, and it is 3-in-1: base, color, and varnish finishing layer. So it says that you have to stir it up really well, and then for the first layer, which is the base, you have to mix equal parts varnish and water, apply it on the wood, wait for a couple of hours to dry out, and then continue with the second and third layers, which are gonna be just the varnish itself without water. I'm gonna use paper cups because I think it will be easy, and then I have prepared these cures because I didn't have anything else to stir the varnish with. Do I need a special instrument to open a box of varnish? I just can't do it. Oh, ah, did it. Oh, whoa, this seems dark. Now I'm gonna stir it really well. It says on the packaging to stir 2 to 3 minutes, which is a lot. No, I'm not gonna do that. I think this is enough. And it didn't seem separated or anything else. I have no idea how much I'm gonna need, to be honest. So I'm gonna take almost 1 cup, pour it here, and then mix it up with the same amount of water. This is only the first layer, so I'm not gonna be very picky about every single detail, but still I want to make it as even as possible. I used to have a makeup YouTube channel, and I'm actually a certified makeup artist, so maybe my experience with the brush is gonna help me here, or at least make the whole experience really pleasant and enjoyable. I actually really like doing this. I'm gonna finish the last 2 chairs and let them sit for 2 hours so that the base coat completely dries and sinks into the wood, and then we'll continue with the second layer. Two hours have passed, and now I'm ready to do the second layer of varnish. And I'm a bit worried because 10 minutes ago it started to drizzle, and I really hope it don't start raining, because first of all, it won't be good for the chairs to be exposed to water. But also, I'm that type of certified procrastinator that it is a big deal that I actually started this project today, because it was due probably 3 months ago. And if I get interrupted, I have no idea when or if I'm gonna finish it. So I really prefer to finish it the day that I started it, and I'm really in the mood. So let's continue. In order to be able to use the same brush, I just put it in plastic and wrapped it with painter's tape so that it will keep it soft or moist. No idea what exactly, but I know that this will work because it definitely feels soft. I definitely prefer to use very small amount to blend it very well, and then apply more if needed, because maybe you can see, but especially here on the edges, it always turns out a bit darker just because more product is collected there. So that's why I think use more, use less. You can always add more. The second layer took probably around 20 minutes. I'm really surprised as to how quick it actually is. And I really like this color. And now we wait 2 more hours. You know what? I just read on the packaging of the varnish that it needs 1 or 2 layers after the base coat. And since I have the base coat and I have 1 layer, I think I'm gonna go with that. I'm not gonna apply a second layer because I love the color and I love this satiny finish. It is so beautiful, and the chairs look like brand new. They actually look prettier than when we bought them because I really like this color. Now I'm gonna give them 2 hours to dry. Meanwhile, I'm gonna clean the porch, and that's it. We'll be done for today. This storage unit is from IKEA and I absolutely love it. It is very useful. It has so many features. It has this clothing pins or something like that where you can store many things. You have enough storage here, and you have this unit here with shelves. Very useful, and it is made out of metal, so it is specifically made for outdoors usage. Great. Now the only thing that's left is to wash the pillows for the chairs and to figure out a solution for all the flip-flops and shoes that we have here on the back patio. But besides that, we're done, and I'm absolutely thrilled about the result that we have with such a little effort. I'm really happy about the result, and let me tell you, I'm gonna have my coffee tomorrow morning right here. Well guys, that was it for today's video. I really hope you enjoyed it as much as I did, and I hope to see you soon. Bye!